more and more about freelancing, but you're still not quite sure what exactly freelancing is. Hey, you're not the only one who's a bit confused, which is why in today's episode of Free Mama TV, we're going to give you the scoop. Think of this as your crash course in freelancing. Freelancing 101. By the end of this video, you'll know what freelancing is and how you can jump in and get started. Plus, I'll tell you how you can get access to an incredible resource that will help you figure out if freelance business is right for you. Hi, I'm Lauren Golden here with a new episode of Free Mama TV, showing moms like you how to start and run a successful freelancing business from home. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new episode of Free Mama TV right here each and every Tuesday. Working from home and earning money. That's the dream, am I right? But you've been down the network marketing path and you've got the boxes of lip gloss and scented candles to show for it. For a while, you thought blogging was the answer, but you're not quite sure how to turn your thoughts and ideas into steady income to actually support your family. You are not alone, and working from home doesn't have to be that hard or that frustrating. Let's talk about freelancing so you can figure out if this is the answer you've been looking for. Spoiler alert, totally is. Before we dive in, I have a question for you. What are the different ways you've tried to make money from home and what happened? Drop me a comment and let me know. So let's start off by defining freelancing. It's basically just like having a job, except different. Okay, let's clarify that for real. When you're an employee, you work for someone else and you earn a salary. Your income is reported to the government on a form called a W-2. When you're a freelancer, you're not an employee. Instead of a boss who tells you what to do, you have clients and you work together to determine your responsibilities. Instead of a W-2, you'll have a W-9. In fact, some people refer to freelancers as W-9s or independent contractors. All three of those terms are pretty much interchangeable. Now, when you're an employee, your boss decides when and where you work. They give you an office and a computer, a big employee handbook, and every time you get a paycheck, you'll notice that your employer has taken out a certain amount of money for taxes. But as a freelancer, you have a lot of freedom about when and how you work. But you'll also be the person who's responsible for your own equipment, like your computer and your internet connection, and you'll also be in charge of handling your own taxes. Don't let that scare you off. It's a lot simpler than you think, and there's actually a whole Free Mama TV episode you can check out with my incredible accountant, Megan Hernandez, who will simplify the entire process for you. You can check out that video and the link down below inside the comments. Now, just like someone can be an employee and do anything from graphic design to accounting, sales, or writing, the same is true of freelancers. You can be a freelance graphic designer, a freelance writer, a freelance bookkeeper, a freelance social media manager. The list is pretty much endless, and you get to decide what freelance service you want to offer. Let's say that you decide today that you want to be a freelancer and someone immediately hires you for a project. Well, my dear, you have just become a sole proprietor. What the heck is a sole proprietor? It's yet another name for a freelancer, and it's what you automatically become the moment you start doing freelance work, even if you don't fill out any paperwork or forms. You do freelance work. Poof, you're a sole proprietor. Unless you take the time to create an LLC. Hang on, I actually have a friend who can explain this way better than I can. Here's my attorney, the very wise and talented Kaylee Jacome, who will make all of this make sense.
So first, a sole proprietorship is just an automatic form of business. You don't need to do anything to be a sole proprietor. You just are one automatically once you start offering services into the marketplace. Now, you may be required by your county or your state to register your sole proprietorship, but that is just a requirement that you need to comply with. You are a sole proprietorship automatically. An LLC is something that you need to form with your Secretary of State. This is a separate legal entity that is separate from you personally. So when you're operating as a sole proprietor, you are your business is you for legal purposes. An LLC is a completely separate legal entity.
Okay, quick review. A couple of the terms you might hear when you're talking about freelancing are freelancer, W-9, independent contractor, sole proprietor. When you start working for yourself, you're automatically a sole proprietor unless you decide to create an LLC. Are you with me so far? Great. Let's throw a few more terms into the mix. As a freelancer, you get to decide what service you want to offer, and you also get to choose how to refer to yourself. You can call yourself a freelancer, a business owner, or an entrepreneur. For example, you won't change your legal or tax status by picking one term over the other. So you should go with what makes you feel proud, happy, excited about what you're doing. Now, when people are thinking about getting into freelancing, there are always two big objections that get in the way. The first one is taxes. What will I do about my taxes? Well, we covered that above. My best advice to you is always to meet with a tax professional. It's more affordable than you think, and it absolutely pays for itself. The other big objection I hear from moms who are considering freelancing: health insurance. It's true, health insurance is a really important thing to have, and I've been there too, thinking I couldn't possibly leave my job because our family needed those benefits. But guess what? I've been freelancing for several years now, and we still have health insurance. There are options, and there are always ways to take care of your family. The first year we had to set up our own health insurance, we went through the exchanges. It wasn't the best coverage we've ever had, but it was an affordable option for us at the time. Now we manage our health insurance through a private broker. Again, this is more affordable than you think. Plus, a broker will work with you to figure out exactly what your family needs and get you the best coverage for your specific health scenario. There are also options like Samaritan Ministries for Christian healthcare sharing. If you don't qualify for that, you can probably find a similar program that is a fit for your family. But my point is, there are options. You can find excuses not to start, or you can find solutions that will let you move forward. There you go. That's your crash course in freelancing. If you're ready to take the leap and move forward, then I have an amazing resource for you. The Free Mama Guide has everything you need to work from home, control your schedule, and make more money. You'll find a link to the guide in the comments down below this video. Also, if you want to join a community of mamas just like you, I have a Facebook group where thousands of mamas come together for support and action-taking tips and motivation. If you liked this video, please let me know by liking it below, subscribe, and share it with your fellow mamas, and comment below with hashtag I am a free mama if freelancing is for you. Okay. It's for light. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be great. By the end of this video, you'll know what By the end of this video, you'll know what freelancing is and how you can jump in and get started. Plus, at the bottom, when you're a freelancer and whoa, sorry, my whole shoot, not exactly what I say, but kind of. One down,